What's going on, everybody? I wanted to go over a little video, not a little video. This is actually a major video. Some of you guys are going to need. And there's a lot of power in this video when you understand what I'm saying. Now, a lot of times when people, oh, first I got to talk about my fragrance, which is Xerjoff Renaissance. Um, that's what I'm going to be rocking today. So we're going to talk about dealing with police and police interactions and some of the things you do not know about police. A lot of times you need to understand that when you're dealing with a police officer, that a police officer has no legal obligation to protect you. So when police use these type of psychological ploys to act as if they're acting in the best interest of you or the general public, this is not correct. Um, and the reason why you have to understand the game, the psychological game that courts, judges, police, government officials, etc., play is when you see through, as I say, through the deception, you'll be able to understand how to act accordingly. And this is one of the ones that I think is very important. Um, Now, we're going to go over um, how to deal with police in regards to police stops. And we're going to go into some of the forms, and this is from my home city, my birth city, which is Racine, Wisconsin. And pretty much any city, any county, any state has forms like this. Okay. A lot of times what people don't understand is when you're being pulled over by the police, is that you have rights, you have the ability to assert your rights, and you have the ability to not provide any information that could be used against you. And this is where people kind of lose it. They start giving them driver's licenses, passports, and start arguing with them. They start registering their cars, and then the police do a search and find it in public records, and then people start arguing with them. The key is to not argue with the police officer. The key is to just to not give them any incriminating information. If I give the police officer my driver's license, I don't have to give the police officer my driver's license. They can give me a ticket for my driver's license for not having the driver's license on me, and then I can go straight to the clerk of courts and present my driver's license, and they'll drop the charge. That's why I keep telling you guys. You guys keep giving them your driver's license and wondering why you're getting charged for stuff. You see what I'm saying? Just say you ain't got it on you. You know what I'm saying? But they're gonna look it up, and they're gonna, I'm driving this car. Then it gets into a murky thing. But it's more. I keep that for my private courses and stuff. All right, so these are some printable forms that people do not know probably about in the city of Racine. A lot of you guys don't understand that you can actually get, like, say if there's a, a, a area where the ground is messed up, or where there's potholes or the grass is uncut. A lot of you guys don't even know you can complain to the city and they'll come by and cut it, or they'll fix that pothole. So what people do is they drive by the potholes, they complain, and they never fill out the forms with their county to fix that pothole or to clean up the lawn by this certain area. But you can do all of that. That's what I'm saying. You guys are more powerful. The reason why our cities are dilapidated and our government is ran amok is because we're not taking responsibility. All right. So with all that rambling, we're going to get into what the key of this is. So the key of this is basically we're talking about how to protect yourself in regards to a traffic stop with a police officer. A lot of people do not understand that recording a police officer really doesn't matter. People say, "Oh, I'm going to record you, and so I have evidence in court." All you have to do is file an affidavit. You don't have to have actual visual evidence of something taking place. All you have to do is file an affidavit. So, what people may not know is when a police officer pulls you over, most people will go to that police officer's agency and they will write a complaint. Well, that's not what you're supposed to do. And I would never trust the mob to snitch on the mob because when somebody has a problem, right? When somebody has a problem with a police officer and then they complain in their own office, what's going to happen is, you can't guarantee that the investigation is done properly. But this is a citizen complaint form in the city of Racine, and I'm pretty sure that all of you guys have these type of forms. So sometimes when people are asking me, "Does this apply in Michigan? Does this apply in Texas?" Fam, just look up what I'm talking about. Just go and look it up. Just take 5 seconds to do it. So look, this is a citizen complaint form. Okay, so you always read the instructions of the form. Okay, this complaint is form is intended to deal with possible violations of the rules and regulations of the Racine Police Department. This form has nothing to do with any alleged violation of state or local laws pending against you or someone else. See, they're telling you the state laws are different than local laws. So when you're hearing these attorneys or these trolls in the comment section and they're talking like, "Oh, you have to follow all these laws," and a police officer giving you evidence, give you a ticket as evidence that you're bound to these laws. How stupid is that? You see what I'm saying? That's dumb. But in their mind, well, they don't really care about the outcome, so they just trolling, so they don't care. All right. So you have the right to pursue any complaint through a private attorney or directly to the Racine Police and Fire Commission. See, now when you start understanding who to complain to, now look how strong your case becomes. Now, I got some fire that's going to show you exactly what to send these people to make them drop these tickets. But I'm not going to do it as of yet. Okay. This complaint form is an official record of the Racine Police Department, and false statements and allegations contained herein may be subject to prosecution under Wisconsin state statutes for swearing or obstructing an officer. See, they make you swear under oath, yet the officer fills out a police report. I'll show you. And when he's filling out a police report, right, he is not swearing to the police report. So you're swearing and he's not swearing, which is crazy. So I'm going to show you an example. All right, I'll show you. Or not. I can't find it. Oh, man. Yeah, I can't find it. There we go. All right. So this is a request for disclosure. This is not a police. Okay. It says accident and arrest form. All right. So I'm not going to show this because it's not working. But yeah, the police will go and fill out a police report against you, but the police report is not sworn to. So that means that the police officer can lie and say whatever they want. Um, and and if you allow that statement in court, they'll hammer you to it. And that's mainly a lot of what court is. It's really dealing with the evidence or what they call evidence, and kind of disqualifying it, and that's what makes court easier. But if a police officer pulls you over, you do not have to file a complaint in the same uh, police officers in the same agency. You could file a complaint with another police agency, and I wanted you guys to know that. So, like, say if I get pulled over, like, say I get pulled over in Milwaukee, and I'm stopped in Greenfield. And the police officers from the green, no, no, I'm sorry, let me walk that back. Say I'm in Milwaukee County and I get pulled over in Greenfield. So I get pulled over in Greenfield, and the Greenfield police officer gives me a ticket. That means I can go to the West Dallas police office, the police office, police agency, and file a police report against this officer. So I could file a police report against the officer at any police agency. I know many of you guys don't know that. So, in a lot of times when you're getting into things like traffic stops, like DUIs, etc., a lot of you guys are not filing police reports. And when you file a police report, that means that that police report stays in the system against that police agency, and that police report can be used in things like restraining orders and indictments, or not indictments. Well, it can be an indictment, but restraining orders or injunctions. Okay, so you can use that police report to get a restraining order against a police officer, prosecutor, or anything. So I wanted y'all to know that, and damn, that's really powerful. I can't believe I'm giving this information out. But with that being said, um, I hope a lot of you guys are having success. Oh yeah, there's another form I wanted to talk about, which is kind of cool too. What I found out when I was searching on the internet is that they have a form from the Racine Police Department, and I'm pretty sure that you guys have notice of non-consent to trespass. So, do you know that you can send a notice to the police department that certain people cannot be at your house, and if they recognize these people out around your house, that they can arrest them? That's crazy. I didn't even notice that this state had this. So some of you guys might want to look into some of your state forms, and you'll find out there's a lot of interesting stuff on there that you didn't even know that they already have forms for that you didn't have to create. It's already there. And with that being said, I'm glad to share this with you guys. I hope you're successful with it, and have a great weekend.